Okay, in this video you're going to learn how to do a pixelated gradient fill. So the first job is to select the background layer. We're going to double tap on the background layer, okay, just to unlock it. So tap on that padlock there, okay, and then we're going to right click and we're going to go to duplicate layer. I'm going to call this one master layer, so that means we've got a backup. We've got everything that we imported from 2D design on one layer. If there's any issues, we can come back to it later and delete all the other layers above it. So layer 0 is exactly the same as the master layer. So what I'm going to do, I've selected the magic wand tool. Now the magic wand might be under the quick selection tool. It's the fourth tool down in this toolbar. I'm going to select magic wand and I'm going to click inside the area I want to get the fill on. So that area there. I also want inside that D, so I'm going to press and hold shift. Can you see when I press shift on my keyboard, that plus appears by the magic wand. Okay, press it enough times and I'll want to make it a shortcut. I'm not going to do that. Okay, and there we are. I have now got that D selected as well. So what we're going to do, okay, I'll just show you again. Click there to pick up the main area, press and hold shift to pick up that bit there, press and hold shift to pick up that small bit inside the AND symbol. So the next job, I've picked up that with the magic wand. I'm going to click on the gradient tool there. Okay, another shortcut is just to press G on your keyboard. So the gradient tool, all the parameters are up here. Okay, I'm going to double tap there. I've actually already got mine loaded in, but let's start again to make life easy for you. So I'm going to start with that black and white gradient there, and I can change a colour by clicking on these colour stops. That there is known as a colour stop, that's square. So if you double tap there, the colour picker will come up. Okay, I want black. I'm going to go for a black and grey and white effect. So I'm actually going to start with grey, to be honest with you. So I'm going to have a nice light grey there. Press OK. I'm going to have a dark grey next to it. If I tap on here, it creates a colour stop. If I click and drag on the colour stop, it will go away. So I'm going to tap there, double tap to enter the editor, and I'm going to select a darker grey, and I'm going to put another one next to it. That's going to be really quite a dark grey. Okay, so there's not going to be much light there. I'm going to start getting a bit lighter now. Okay, I'm going to make this one really light, so I've got a reflection across my work here. Make this even lighter again, and on this side I'm going to gradually start getting a little darker again. Okay, so that's my gradient sorted. I'm going to press OK now. Now the next job is to look at the way the gradient will actually sit when we draw it on your work. Okay, this one is linear, so it will go from left to right. I'll just show you that. There we go, from left to right. I'm going to press Ctrl and Z because I want to show you that you can have it at the angle at which you draw. So look at my tool. Okay, I click once to start it, press hold. I'm holding my mouse button down, and I'm going to let go once I've drawn on the direction. And there we go, it's put the gradient on that direction. Ctrl Z to undo that for demonstration. I actually want it from right to left. Actually, I'm going to go from the top left to the bottom right. But there you go, now you know how to draw the different types of gradient on. This here, okay, would be a circular gradient, radial. So you start in the centre and you draw outwards, and it will add it on in a radial fashion. You can do exact opposite, start on the outside and draw in, okay, depending where you want the centre of the circle. You can have this one here as well. This draws it at an angle, okay, from the centre. This one here is like a sandwich effect, it will reverse it. Right, and this one here will do a gradient like the radial but in a diamond shape. I just want a linear gradient from the top left to the bottom right. There we go. You can also make your gradient really small, okay, or really large across your page. Okay, again, it's just something you need to experiment with, but don't spend too long playing. There we go, that's my gradient set up now. So now I'm going to start to pixelate it a little bit. I'm going to press Ctrl D to remove marching ants, and I'm going to select this tool here, okay, the polygonal lasso tool. You might start with the lasso, click and hold, and select the polygonal lasso tool from the submenu. I'm going to zoom in, and I'm going to start to click here. Right, in fact I'll start here just for the sake of the demonstration, a bit easier to show you. I'm going to click there, I'm going to draw the pixels on the triangles I want now. Right, so that's selected it, just like the magic wand would do. I'm going to go to Filter, Filter Gallery. In fact, I'm not going to go to Filter Gallery, I'm going to go to Filter, Blur, and then Average. And what it's done is it's blurred those pixels based on the average range of colour you've got in that area. I'll show you again. Once, twice, and I'm going to draw a different shape pixel this time just to mix it up a bit. So I've selected it, I'm going to go to Filter, Blur, Average. There we go. It's blurred it based on the average colours in there. I'm going to select another area. I'm going to go to Filter, Blur, Average. There we go. Now if you keep doing that all the way around your document, you will get a really nice, cool looking effect that's very modern and looks very professional. Filter, Blur, Average. What you've got to be careful of though is that you work precisely, you don't have big gaps in between these areas, so always zoom in. And when you're working by lettering and any other boundaries, get right up to them, so zoom right in. Okay, we're going to have a section here, up to that edge, up to the corner. You must do complete shapes. Can you see that when I get to the end there, that circle appears by the polygonal lasso cursor? The circle means a completed shape, and the marching ants will appear. Filter, Blur, Average, Control and D to deselect the area. I'll just do another section here, right up to the boundary. There we go. That circle appears to show it's a complete shape. Filter, Blur, Average. Now this can be quite a time consuming process, but the effect and the results are really good and really professional.